Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 22:09. I had one recorded earlier today because I was going to Galway this evening. I thought playing poker. Then I got a bit delayed and I went looking for what I had. It was the first time doing it this way. I thought I had saved it, but she was history. So I have to record it again, so I didn't go playing cards. And I normally go to the game the first Friday of every month, as people might know, so I'm missing it tonight. And actually, it was this night last year, the May tournament, that myself and two more split it 3 ways, so I was looking forward to going tonight. And I seen the race, and then and some of them, instead of having to listen to it on the phone if I was driving. And we didn't get a lot of help in the saddle from a few of the said jockeys. Havalia, I thought he was going to win if he had pushed him on, and a 2-mile hurler at a mile 6 on the flat. He should have known that he was going to stay. He was catching him all the way to the line. He was 14-1, went out to 16-1 and finished up 4-1. Money was down. I'd have been doubled with No More Porter. He finished 6th. And what won it? Our dear old friend Earls. I said last night, Earls is out tomorrow, but I thought he might need another run or two like last year to get him into form and then kick on and maybe win a couple of more. I'm absolutely delighted for Martin Sheridan. As you know, I met him a few times, gentleman, and his buddy Mick Kinsella. I'd say there could be a glass of milk and pepper needed for the sick stomachs tomorrow morning. That's what an old timer, a friend of mine years ago, used to have it. Instead of a Bloody Mary, he'd have a glass of hot milk and pepper in it. Like, it was great to settle the stomach. So I think there was 47,000 for the winner, was there? Delighted for them. I'll be up at some point. Put one in the cooler for me and one in the barrel. And then we had, what else had we? Treasure Trove, third. Not too busy, ground against it. And the one we dream of, there was no dreams there tonight. Why he was back so far, I have no idea. And then Dream Casing in the last race. God, what a nightmare again in the middle of the pack. Coming up the middle of the track, and he still got into all kinds of difficulty. Like, I was on at 8-1 of, a nice bet at each way. I thought he couldn't be out of the first 4. They were paying 4 places. And I nearly got sick. That's the truth, watching it. I don't know. You pick the right horse as you think, and you get the prize, and the next thing, Sam James. That's not the first time he has frigged us. But so all we can do is put it down to experience and plough on again tomorrow. The 4 o'clock is my nap of the day in the Palace House Stakes. Mannequin is a bus horse from last year. Needed the run first time out last year. It's carrying a penalty for a Group 3 win in Dundalk on its last run of the year. I'm going with Twilight Calls. Goes well fresh. Won first time out last year. Won first time out the year before. Last seen in the King's Stand Stakes. And if the horse that won it from Australia stayed down under, he'd be a Group 1 winner. Comes from the back in the Cheverley Park colours.
Furlongs to go. On the left is Winter Power. Golden Pal on the right. Nature Strip, the white bridle down the centre. Pontos is there. Acklam Express not far behind these. They're followed by King's Lynn, and then comes Twilight Cause as they head down to the closing stages. A furlong to go in the King's Stand, and as they do so, Nature Strike leading to Acklam Express in second place. Twilight Cause coming home in third position, but it is the great Australian sprinter, Nature Strike and James McDonald, and look how far they've won by. Second will go to Twilight Cause to Acklam Express. Monista behind those, and then
Henry Candy is going okay. He 3 winners out of 10 in a place that's 30% in the last 14 days. And we have Ryan Moore in the saddle. So that'll be my nap tomorrow. My next best, as they say. And there's a 2 mile race in Goodwood there. Mark of Gold. We know about Tuddenham Green. He was second the last day. We went against him. Remember that Hershey that won on heavy ground. But this rated 79 when it left Richard Hannon, gone to Gary Moore. Last seen in the Martin Pipe, 7th. Like rated 139, take 40 off that, 99. 73. Has a bit of wriggle room, you'd imagine. Gary Moore does well enough with that. I thought that was a bet tomorrow. That'd be Napa next best there, or 2 wins in a small double. The 340 at Thirsk. The Thirsk Hunt Cup. My selection of this is Northern Express. Went out to 10s there earlier on and it's back in again to 7s. Michael Dodds had a winner today and he's not going too bad. This horse was second to Guido first time out last year in Musselburgh, and it was 5th this year, and he actually ran just as good and he was £6 higher. He got off to a bad start the last day. He's on the rail there in the red cap.
Sorting themselves out in the Tote.co UK. Bet £5, get £20. Musselburgh Silver Arrow Handicap. Guido on the inside in the light blue colours. We've got the gatekeeper. Third on the inside is Gioca Sieka. Then towards the outside we've got Dirty Old Town in the red cap. Fools rush in. Behind that one we've got Autumn Festival. And the back marker is still Jilly Cooper, who's going to have to pass them all if Jilly's going to win here. Into the home straight. 3 furlongs left to run. Billy Loughnane on his first ride at Musselburgh moves well. He has the lead. Now, what's coming out of the pack in second place? In second, we've got the gatekeeper. Third, beginning to stay on the far side. Giola Chieka. Not easy to say. Then behind that, the pale blue colours of Spirit of Light. Here they come down inside the final quarter mile, and they haven't got to Guido. Trying to win the race for the second year running, and it's looking likely. He's 3 lengths clear. Under pressure is the gatekeeper. Behind that is Spirit of Light. On the inside, it's Gioca Chieka, but it's 1-horse race. Guido is coming away to win it for the second year running. Billy Loughnane, well done. In second.
Wouldn't you cry if you're on him the last day? He didn't get a lot of assistance either. So he's paying 4 places there, 7 or 8 to 1 shot there, an each way bet. And there was someone then going to Uttox tomorrow. We have a bus horse in Uttox Dom of Mary. 16s into 9s. £7 penalty for the last day. And the ground was sort of against it. Won well enough. Where I do that? This is him here.
Dom of Mary.
Mary. Head slightly to one side, a look over the shoulder from Keelan Quinn to see where Go Steady is. He's trying to get closer, but at the moment Dom of Mary has a lead of about 3 as they come to the 15th and final fence. Dom of Mary over in front of Go Steady in second, who's trying hard. Dom of Mary getting reminders. Go Steady not giving in second. They're clear of Rakeen State. Dom of Mary is driven right out here. Go Steady's doing his best, but he can't get there, and Dom of Mary comes home to...
Done well enough for us that day. Our price is now 8 to 1, 9 to 1. Each way bet, they're paying 4 and 5 places there. It's there's a big enough pot there, 18,000. There was one other one. Finner Cross, but he's had a merit up, but he's short. He's even money there. John McConnell sending it over. Last seen winning an entry of 133. Take 40 off that. 93 in at 82. Has a bit of wriggle room there, you'd imagine. I didn't think he'd be that short. I didn't know what price he was going to be, but he could be doubled up with something there. Onto the 2,000 guineas. August Roden is the winter favourite for this. All his runs has been at a mile and heavy ground. The ground is sort of good to firm. 7 furlongs, 8 and 8. This is more a derby horse, so he could be caught out tomorrow for speed, even by his own stablemate, Little Big Bear. That's actually higher in the ratings. Augustin Road 118. Little Big Bear 124. Like if that was a handicap, he'd be giving him £6. Noble Style, James Doyle, Silver Knot, last seen in the Breeders' Cup. He came up on the rail that time and he couldn't get out. We were on the winner with, we were lucky enough, I thought, with O'Brien's horse. Everyone, of course, every trainer is giving his horses. They're talking up their horses big time. Chaldean last seen when he chucked off Frankie, but it's a horse that hasn't ran in a while, and it's hard to know what to expect because he looked good. He hasn't ran since last October. Sakir in the Middle Reef, and he's raced 114 after those. I thought he'd be an each way bet on that. The only one thing about it is that varying in the last 14 days, it's only 1 for 20. But in the Middle Reef, this is him in the black and the yellow with the black stripes. Really like the
still
Kilkenny
there.
colour.
Heroism with the noseband on the left trying to make a progress, and Rousing Encore with the noseband on the far side. But it's a 4-timer for David Egan here on Sack here, who's scooting clear by 2 or 3 lengths. So fantastic afternoon for trainer Roger Barry, and Sack is one easy. Rousing Encore might have just got second position. Charim was run.
There's a couple of decent horses in that race. What's put away designedly and kept for this race is the thing. Should have been a ring. That one today. Sharian is no slouch. Might need more cut on the ground. But it's hard to back the Guineas the favourite when you haven't, for me anyway, when you haven't backed anti-post at a bigger price over the winter, because they're bigger targets will be later in the year with, say, the Derby, the Irish Derby, Prix de l'Arc, the King George, races like that. So when he goes into the dip tomorrow, there won't be belting the lard out of him. With 4 places on offer, I'm going to back Sakir each way. We were looking at we have 2 races tonight in Kentucky. I was saying last night, Spendarella is opened up 11-10 there with the green bookie. That's a decent horse. It was second to Inspiral in Royal Ascot last year. This is a grade 2. In the 656, a horse that won for us last year, it has changed years now, is Go Bears Go. It won for us in the Curragh. Last August, 11-4 favourite. It was behind Caravel. Caravel is after winning again tonight, but it has changed from David Loughnane to Wesley Ward. So it's hard to know what to expect tomorrow, but bookies are paying 4 places. It's a 10-1 shot. Like he might have the nittle between the legs to get him going tomorrow. In the 10, there's a horse familiar to some people, would be Hong Kong Harry. It used to be with Richard Fahey. But I thought there was a bet each way, and this was Up to the Mark, 11-2. Todd Pletcher. Had a good run in Gulfstream. It circled the field and won. And then the last time in a good race, it was over a mile, but it was the winner got first run, and Modern Games was 1-2 favourite, and he finished alongside Modern Games. Modern Games has won 2 Breeders' Cups. One you could bet on and one you couldn't bet. But the bird had flown here.
Off the rail, comes after the leader now to the top of the stretch. Then a gap of 3 to Combo Spirit and a margin of 7 more. Back to Modern Games, who's a distant 4th. The leaders are past the quarter pole. Chez Pierre ranges up on the outside, takes a narrow lead from Dr. Zemph in 2nd. 3 more lengths. Combo Spirit is in 3rd. Another 5 lengths back to Modern Games, up to the mark. Chez Pierre has the lead out to 6 lengths in deep stretch. Modern Games and up to the mark are running on 2nd and 3rd. No catching. Chez Pierre, Flappy and Pratt to win the Maker's Mark Mile. 1:33.
This race is an extra furlong. If Modern Games was in this, he'd be an odds-on shot. He'd definitely be even money anyway. Up to the mark could be worth a few pound each way at 11-2. Brings us on to the Derby. The Run for the Roses. There's a couple of non-runners. One of them was up at the top of the market. Practical Move, he's gone. And Continuer, that Japanese horse, he's gone. There's some other one gone as well. Forte is the favourite. It's the winner of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Only 2 Breeders' Cup Juveniles went on to win the Kentucky Derby. He has done it at his races in workmanlike fashion. He's a grinder as opposed to a bit of toe. There's a horse that the Arkansas Derby has been a good prep race the last few years. Angel of Empire won it this year, and his sire Classic Empire won it in 2016 and went on to be 4th in the Derby. Brad Cox, good trainer, but Cyberknife won it 2 years ago as well, and that was my nap for the Breeders' Cup, and it was a head second. But it showed a good turn of foot, I thought. This is the Arkansas Derby.
Here, he's a good dozen or 13 lengths off the lead as they move up the backstretch. Two Eagles River and Nick
That's him in
Juarez
7th.
set the pace in the Arkansas Derby.
Number
and
6.
Reincarnate is his companion right to the outside. Harlow Cap on the inside is racing in 3rd and is just a neck to the good of Airtime. Followed to the outside by Rocket Can. He's going to be 4 wide into that turn, but he is in the clear and is only 3 lengths off the lead now. Bourbon Bash hugs the inside into that far turn. Angel of Empire is within range if he's good enough on the outside. And he is starting to move now. Angel of Empire is racing with Rocket Can toward the outside. And then comes King Russell and Interlock Empire. Dropping back and out of it is Bourbon Bash. Red Route 1 enters the stretch 10th and last as they straighten away in the upper stretch. And Angel of Empire has ranged into the lead here. Two Eagles River drops back on the inside. Toward the outside, King Russell is running on. Reincarnate in the second flight with Airtime and Rocket Can. Angel of Empire and Flavian Pratt. Angel of Empire wins the Arkansas Derby and wins it clear. King Russell was up.
Good turn of foot. He's my selection. He was 8-1. I think he could be into 7-1 now after that withdrawal. They're paying 4 and 5 places. And I'm doing a reverse forecast, or an exacta box, as they would say in the States, with Forte, or Fort, as some of them are calling it. And I'm going to have a few pound each way on Rocket Can for Billy Mott. Mott is a great man to target a race. This was 40-1 and 33s. It was behind that, but you could see it was running on, and the extra furlong, I think, is going to suit that horse, and is drawn out of trouble as well. So hopefully we might get a bit more help in the saddle tomorrow, and a bit more luck. We got a shocking luck the last bad luck. If you were getting the proper assistance, we'd have a couple of winners lately. But all we can do is keep going on. I know the US racing isn't for everybody, but there's a good few people in America watching in, and people in England as well that's fond of it. So that's why I didn't do a separate one. I said I put in at the tail end. So it's 2 minutes past 9 now. There's the Oaks is on, and the other one is on tonight as well. So we might get a winner yet before the day is out. Bash the bookies over and out.